Hey guys, this is Blue Nola coming back at you with another reading. So listen, I am going to do a reading today on the incident that happened with Stevie J and his wife Faith Evans. You know, they got married like a few years ago. Faith Evans is like a artist from like I guess the 80s or whatever, and Stevie J was also a part of that whole thing and produced a lot of music, was of course in the music business, so they knew each other prior to. I know she was married to Biggie, and then Stevie was with I think Eve, and then years passed by, and then now they're together. I remember seeing them in the casino before when Puff Daddy came down, or P Diddy, or whatever you want to call him. He came down to do a performance, and he was very energetic. Diddy, very energetic. A lot of like doing this like James Brown thing on and off stage. It was super funny. And I remember then he was supposed to be like in a relationship with Jocelyn, but he was with Faith. And I remember saying, that's interesting. And they had a connection then. And it was something that I saw brewing then. And so when I heard that they had gotten married, it wasn't a big surprise. Now let's fast forward. They're together. He was pretending okay. He was married with Jocelyn. That was fake. And then so they got together, and it seemed like hey, Stevie, he turned over a new leaf. Child, please. He was always a very narcissistic person, right? I mean, Jocelyn was damn near on the verge of choking him many and plenty of times, as well as his baby's mother. She was literally choking him a few times herself. So it doesn't surprise me. It really, I'm not surprised by the fact that this relationship between Stevie and Faith has come to this point of her choking him or trying to choke him or getting at him. He had a problem with being trustworthy. He had a problem with, dealing with other people. There was like a whole slew of rumors that were surrounding Stevie J. So he gets married to Faith, and now my wife, the what is his name? The Jordans, and all this blah blah blah, right? So I want to look at the relationship before and now and in the future. That's how I want to kind of look at the scope of it. Energetically, I feel like this is not their first run in terms of domestic or like any type of issue. I just feel like this is the first time we're hearing about anything really popping off. So Spirit, what is the energy? What was the energy around Stevie J and Faith Evans prior to getting married in the relationship? Tell me a little bit about that energy. Faith Evans and Stevie J. Faith Evans, singer, songwriter. Stevie J, music producer, reality star. What was the energy of their relationship when they first met? So let's just look into this. You know what's interesting about these people? They felt like they were like, this is like a direct path towards each other. So from the minute that they literally met, it felt like, a connection, right? They've always had this energy feels like he's always had something for her. Like this has always been like this thing where she's been that one that he's always had his eye on. Men are like that, men are pine for one woman or have this thing for one woman. This is this woman for him, right? Faith. So it feels like when he got the opportunity to be with her, he took that opportunity. The relationship didn't start off like strong. Like, I mean, it feels like an energy of him wanting to connect with her and her having doubt about like, okay, should I be doing this, right? So it feels like he made a beeline straight for her. This is what the energy feels like. Let's continue to look at the energy around the beginning of their relationship and what was going on with Faith Evans and Stevie J. Energy around them. It almost felt like it was meant to be, like, right? Like he's been in her life and she's been in his life, or they've been around each other, ups and downs, highs and lows, heartbreak and all. So this was a natural thing for them to feel bonded and connected towards each other because, first of all, knowing each other a very long time, having a legacy, having history with each other. But again, this feels like from the moment they like reconnected, it was something there. And again, it was on his end, like, okay, like he's always been like, again, this feels like energy of a man who always wanted to be a part of Faith's life, right? This is the energy around this relationship. So let's look into a little bit more about the energy around the relationship. CVJ and Faith Evans, when they first met. What is the energy around this relationship? You know, really like sharing a lot of like ideas together, sharing a lot together, kind of being vulnerable together, like really kind of coming out of darkness together, right? Really manifesting and pushing forward a positive relationship. This is the energy, right? There's a certain possessiveness that he has towards Faith as well, right? Almost like, again, you know, sometimes, and I'm not saying all men, they're like that. Sometimes when men have this thing for a woman, they kind of like, when they get them, they kind of possess them in a way. They have the world card together, and this talks about, again, it feels like a thing that they had before, and it was like no closure or whatever. This just feels like incomplete. Like there were almost like kind of like now fulfilling their dreams and wish to be together. And this is talking about changes between them internally and externally. Like this relationship developed. So I'm gonna be honest, this feels like an energy of two people that kind of had something for each other prior to, and then things just didn't work out, and then they picked it back up. This is the energy. So these people decided, we're gonna be together regardless. We're gonna, we're gonna do this. We're gonna make this work. We're gonna get back together. I don't give a damn what anybody thinks. We're gonna just do us. This honestly, if I don't know if they all talk about their relationship, this feels like there's always been something between them, or they had something between them, but it never manifested until now. This is a manifestation card, right? This talks about them manifesting a relationship, being able to adapt. So this really feels like something that they've already kind of experienced. They just weren't able to get it off the ground until now. So this energy of them being together isn't new. This feels new to us because we didn't know about it. But this feels like two people that kind of already had something for each other. Spirit, what is give me the energy around Faith? How does she feel about Stevie J? How does she feel about Stevie J? Just give me energy around Stevie J. Past, present, and future energy around Stevie J. How does she feel about Stevie J? Past, Page of Cups energy, right? This energy really talks about a person who is just feeling like he was immature, right? Like she just felt like she wasn't ready to be involved with him, right? The present, this is talking about them like really they're going to try to rebuild this relationship. She's going to try to rebuild with him, even though they kind of went off course. And then the present, this is her. This is like basically making it, this is like faced with opportunities for the future. This feels like a person who's got one foot in the door and one foot out the door, but still kind of staying inside of the relationship, right? This is what the energy. Tell me about, how does Faith feel about Stevie J? How does Faith feel about Stevie J overall? General energy around the relationship. How does she feel about Stevie J? This card was coming out. This just feels like an energy around they have a lot of stress in this relationship. There's some real stress around this relationship. It feels like an energy about like just wanting freedom in a way. Just wanting some freedom. Like new perspective. It does feel like a situation where they're going to kind of try to come back together and get some control over the relationship. How does Faith feel about Stevie J? She's got a lot of opportunities. Another freedom card here. She just feels like he's impulsive, he's reckless. Though she sees success with him in terms of business, it feels like, honestly, a rocky situation. She thinks he's impulsive, that he doesn't make things concrete. Sometimes he's giving illusion, which means to me he's not always being honest. She has a real problem with him as far as accountability. Oh, this is the energy around it. She does see success in the relationship. She sees success. Let me rephrase that. This feels like success in, okay, together we are a package. Together we can do shows and music, and like basically they make more money together than apart, right? They present this happy family situation, which is this 10 of cups. This is about being happy, fulfillment. it feels like for them being together business wise is lucrative. You know, they do have feelings for there is a connection, there is family, there is love there, but it feels like being together is more of a lucrative thing for them, right? It's a business. It feels like business is good when they're together. Almost like together they're stronger in terms of making money. Show me the love, the energy around how she feels about Stevie J as a husband in the marriage. Show me, how does she feel about Stevie J, Faith Evans in the marriage? Energy again. This is like a reckless energy that she feels like he's kind of, again, all over the place. He is Knight of Swords energy. So even though Stevie is well into his 40s and 50s, he's still immature. He is Knight of Swords energy. This talks about a person who can be very, very impulsive, right? Bring a lot of chaotic energy into a person's life, right? This feels like an energy of him not staying in the relationship as well. They have an energy of about, again, this is all about building together, collaborations, teamwork. Again, this feels like an energy of, again, these are Pentacle cards. This is about money and potential, money and potential. So again, they make more money. She sees this as a money opportunity. They make it more money together, you know, like together than separately. The Eight of Swords is here. And again, this energy talks about things slowing down for them. So I do see, like with her, she's looking at it from more of a money perspective, right? She's looking at it as almost like a person dealing with a person because they know they can get, you know, more leverage in business, right? Yeah, this just feels like a lot of confusion. Again, words. He's disconnected from the relationship, right? Right? They go through a lot of shifts, highs and lows. How does she feel about Stevie J? How does Faith Evans? Takes a lot of strength dealing with this man. They have a lot of like conflicts and stuff like that. She's hit him across his head a few times, child. This ain't new. They've had many and plenty of battles. And the battle is not only dealing with personal stuff, dealing with stuff creatively, business. This feels like battles over business. They have a lot of wands in here, which talks about creativity, which talks about business to me, talks about the business. So they have a lot of struggles over business decisions, financial decisions. What about, how does she feel about him? Is he being faithful to her? Is he being faithful to her? Death card is here. She's going to end up eventually. This is the Eight of Cups. This feels like a situation where she's going to end up walking away from him, right? This is what it feels like. The Double card is here. This talks about, like, again, remember I told you, I feel like intuitively there's addiction. There's addiction in this relationship on both ends, right? They are making money together. They're giving to each other. But there's a lot of stress and strife. They go through ups and downs, and then they get back together. And then he woos her again, and then they back into it again. It's like their resources are up and down, up and down. They're able to manifest together, right? Again, this is like being taken advantage of. Reckless relationship. It feels reckless on both ends to some degree. I don't see a whole lot of love in these cards. I really don't. They have sometimes inappropriate relationships. The relationship could be out of balance. I don't see a whole lot of love in these cards from her end. Let's look into Stevie. Like, it feels like for her, she likes Stevie. She cares about Stevie. She has a connection with him. But for her, it's more of a financial thing. That's what it looks like to me, guys. Spirit, what is the energy around? How does Stevie feel about Faith Evans? How does Stevie feel about Faith Evans? You know, I'm like, why would she marry him? Like, child, you know. Upside down. 10 of Cups energy. Again, they've had multiple run-ins, guys. Multiple run-ins. This is on a regular basis. This is not new. That's what I'm saying. She's probably socked it to him. It feels like the energy of him creating tension and stress. Again, staying in a relationship because it's what? It's lucrative. Building together, right? These people are out of balance, right? They have a lot of tension, a lot of communication problems, right? Same card. Look, problems, right? And again, this is about, to me, broken pride, right? Still, this man wants to kind of dictate and control everything, but, you know, how can you do that? Again, financial issues, out of balance. Again, disconnected. Remember, he had a disconnection call with her. He's got a disconnection call for himself. King of Swords energy. Interesting, right? This is talking about manipulative. This is why he gets popped. Manipulative, sneaky, 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 sneaky. She's the Queen of Pentacles in this situation, so it feels like an energy around a person who she can really bring the bread to, the bread to that table with the Queen of Pentacles. This is about her being more practical than he is. Her looking at things from a perspective of, I want a comfortable home life, right? They have the Five of Pentacles again, going through periods where resources are funny, money is funny. It feels like him not balancing things in terms of finances. They have this is like, we're working so hard and you're spending. It feels like him. It feels like he's literally like reckless. Again, reckless behavior, walking out of the relationship. This relationship is not going to last. Them constantly having problems, guys. They have a lot of problems. He's going to contemplate, right? He's going to contemplate, right? The truth will eventually come out. The Ace of Swords here, this is talking about, again, chaos. They fight. They fight. They fight, child. They be fighting. Other people in the mix, like seeing other people. Again, this feels like an energy of a person. He's getting into all kind of stuff, whether it's financially, business, dealing with other people. That Ace of Cups, that talks about, like, again, affairs. This is like, again, blockage. Like the relationship is going through a block. And that's interesting cards that just popped out. Feels like staying married despite everything that's going on. Staying married. They're going to continue to stay married though. But eventually this relationship will end. Page of Swords, a lot of, like, again, just drama, gossip, people gossiping. Like, people in the circle they know what's going on. All right, this is talking about, again, they're going to continue to grow and expand. Outcome for Stevie J and his wife. They're going to stay married though. They're going to stay married for a while. It doesn't feel like for shit, child. This don't feel like long at all. Queen of Wands energy. She wants out of this marriage. She is insecure. He creates jealousy. She's, child, this is like walking away. This is Ace of Swords energy. This is like her just like, I'm done. They going through this cycle. Ace of Wands energy. These cards all fell out. Again, just like desire to move on, willpower. I just feel like Queen of Swords energy. For her, she's kind of like over it, right? She's going to get it, she's kind of like sick of it. Sick of it. She's going to start to say, you know what? I can do better by myself. I feel like, divorce is inevitable for them. Inevitable. Let's get an outcome card for them again. Stevie J and Faith Evans. What's the outcome of this relationship? What's the outcome of this relationship? So this is not, they're going to look, child, they're going to look like they're going to try to stay married. All right, so this is Nola, guys. They go through this. This is the first time you're hearing about it at this level. I don't see this marriage lasting long at all. It seems like she got problems with him being faithful. It just is like a culmination of things, Anyway, I wish them the best of luck. They both look like they need to get some serious help. Faith, you could have done better than Stevie J. It's almost like you saw, like if anybody watched that show, look all the problems he gave Mimi, the problems he gave Jocelyn, even though they gave him problems. He had a lot to do with the problems. What did you think you were getting with him? I'm just confused. So you kind of already knew what you were stepping yourself into with him. Don't think because you're Faith Evans that you're different, right? You're not. This seems like a lot of like heavy, toxic. It's a toxic situation. There's trust me, there's been multiple incidents, run-ins with each other. This is not new. It looks like they're going to try to stay together, but eventually it looks like breaking up. Y'all have a great day. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Don't forget to check out that reading on George Floyd, Justice for George Floyd. That's what it's called. I told you that we're going to bring those other people in. Now we need to figure out if they're going to convict him. I just feel like there's going to be some leniency, but we'll see. I hope I'm wrong. All right, y'all have a great day. Thank you again. And again, don't forget to subscribe. Bye.